Grand Rising, Grand Rising. Doing my morning meditation and I walk through the city to different neighborhoods. This is actually where we stayed for a month while the apartment was being finished or being available. So this is another one of the parks. It has seating all up and down the side for like basketball tournaments. They have a soccer field over there. That was one of the apartments that we looked at. It just was too small, but had we known, it would have been perfect. But yeah, just another series of getting the most out of this experience. Every morning I walk for my daily walks and I try to walk out of my comfort zone, and so I'll do a couple of miles in any direction. And the beautiful thing about where we're located is the central location to everything, so you can walk half a mile in one direction, you're in a whole different part of the city, different neighborhoods or barrios. We're in Obarrio, but we have El Cangrejo, which is another big area with expats that has a lot of cafes, bars, restaurants, a lot of culture. Then you have El Carmen, you have Edison Plaza, we stay close to Bella Vista, you have Punta Pacifica, Patia. So it's great that one Uber is cheap, so that's not the issue. But you can literally walk everywhere, so you don't need a car, and traffic is horrendous all around one to get into that rat race. And then you have the train, so the train will take you to all these different areas as well. And the city metro, the buses in the city are free. So buses are free, train is 35 cents. And Ubers, can be anywhere from, $1.10 to maybe during peak traffic time, like $3.70, maybe $4. So yeah, the same distance I walked here, I could have walked to the Multiplaza Mall, so that's another benefit. So yeah, this is what I do on a daily. It's beautiful, got the trees, nice shade. Everything's well manicured, it's nice and clean. That's another thing. You see trash, pick it up, you know what I mean? Or if you have trash, throw it in the trash can. It's not somebody else's responsibility to pick up after you. We're not children, so. But it's actually a great thing. Great community, you know what I mean? I don't like seeing, negative things about places that people haven't been to, or they're taking the word of other people, and that does the area a disservice, you know what I'm saying, dissatisfaction. So I tell people, just like sometimes when you watch a movie, or if you eat something, and before you eat something or before you go see a movie, you ask somebody, hey, have you seen it? And they say, oh yeah, that sucked. Well, hey, that was good. And you're like, okay, off of that interaction, that review, and then you get there and the movie's trash. Or they tell you the movie's not good, and you're like, that's probably one of the best movies I've seen. Or they say the food wasn't good, you're like, I had great food and great service. So it just depends. So I guess I say that to say, don't be a prisoner of the moment. Get out and see things. People talk about crime. Is it safe? And in America, I carry the pistol. I don't need a pistol out here. You know what I mean? So you talk about crime, and you talk about like, oh, there's like a lot of pickpockets. It's definitely way less than in America, where you have major cities and pickpockets up through the roof. Look at New York. It's known for pickpockets, right? Known for it. But if you actually go to New York, you actually might get somebody to try to pickpocket you with all the traffic. Out here, listen, a lot of people mind their own business, and if people find themselves in trouble, it's because they have traveled off of the beaten path and they're into something that they wasn't supposed to, but they won't say that. But they'll just talk about the negative experience that they had, or how they got mugged, or something happened. You know what I mean? So just keep that in mind as well. If you go looking for trouble, nine times out of 10, you gonna find that shit. Like a little buddy over here. Even the dogs are friendly. They don't walk up too close. Fuck a dog up. But yeah. You know, people talk about the violence, and I'm like, I tell people, listen, this is a major city in Panama, right? This is their downtown. This is their Mecca, right? This is the capital of their country, Panama City. Okay. You take the capital city of anywhere in America, and I guarantee you, you'll have drugs, you'll have violence, you'll have prostitutes, you'll have all kinds of shit. But everybody just takes that as a way of living. That's just day to day. But when you come to another country, especially an ethnically brown country, it's always like, oh, it's drugs and prostitution and cartels. And even if that were to be true, you have to go literally looking for trouble for that to actually find its way to you. You have to go looking for it. It's just not readily available. So, you know, they say crime, I'm like, or murder rates, I'm like, shit. The whole country won't have the amount of murders that are going to be in Chicago this year. That's for a country. We're talking about a city. You know what I mean? So, in America. So, just keep that in mind. You know, a lot of people like to, and that, once again, that's the media, you know what I'm saying? Because if I can keep a people from leaving America, then I get to control them. In America, people are cattle. And without cattle, you don't get paid. You know? Cattle produces the milk, they produce the meat. So if you think about that in that sense, you are the people. You are the cattle. So if the cattle leave, there's no more money to be made off the cattle. So they tell you all these things, or they show you isolated incidents, and people go, oh, I wouldn't go there. I heard about this on the news, or I saw this in the paper, or this and that. Listen, I feel safe. I take my child around the city. I feel safe with him. You know what I mean? Sometimes you feel vulnerable because you have a child. Please. I will put that stroller in park, you know what I'm saying? Put that brake on it and get busy. You understand? So, but once again, it's the energy you give off. I'm big on respect, and in these countries I've traveled over the last year and a half, fit like a glove because people mind their own business. People are really, really big on respect. There's not a lot of homeless people, as you can see. There's not a lot of drug use or people on the streets. Poverty is poverty, you know what I mean? And that has to go with the global financial systems and them cutting themselves off from America. But shit, you can't tell me this country's not thriving. That's like 90 fucking banks. And it has, 7 or 8 major malls, you know what I mean? And then you have all the little neighborhood, local storefronts and things like that, like strip malls. But yeah, I'll tell you one thing, banks and malls are not investing in areas that don't produce money. So just say that. So the fact that Panama City has, 6 or 7 major big malls that are the size of, like, you got your Westerfields and, malls like that, and Great Mall. Those are those type malls. You got 300-400 stores in a mall. Those are major. So, and you have, like I said, I think every country's bank is represented here. And that's why you have so many bankers. It's such a big financial district, which is where I stay at. So I get to see it on a daily basis. The market opens, banks open at the same time. It's time to trade. That's all it is. It's trading currency. So I say that to say, just, make decisions for yourself. Don't allow other people, or don't allow people's insecurities or their fears be the driver in your reality. You know, a lot of people are not even driving the vehicle in their own lives. They're sitting passenger. You know what I'm saying? Sitting shotgun or even in the back seat in some cases. So, take control of your life, your situation, and get out and travel because it'll give you perspective. And with perspective, reality sets in. You'll open yourself up to a whole another realm of possibilities. Sometimes it's okay to be from somewhere and go check something else out. So just like this country, we love it so far, but this is not the final destination. It's one that we can be like, okay, we've been there, we know how it is. Still gonna go to Thailand, still gonna go to Colombia. Quiet as kept, if Colombia gave birthright citizenship, that they would have been born in Colombia. Colombia is beautiful and it's cheaper than Panama. We did Costa Rica, so we did Mexico, so yeah. It's time to get out and enjoy life. It wasn't made to just work, pay bills, and then die. And be harassed by police or social injustices. It's just being honest. So, okay, I guess I'm man. But it's a beautiful park. It's a beautiful vibe. I appreciate everything that God has given. And what He's given and what He's going to continue to give. And I speak that and manifest that into existence. It's also good for your psyche. It really is. So, don't take my word for it, like I said. Get out and travel. And let me know some places that you have gone to that you heard something negative about and you actually went and it was like, it was a really great experience. And let's talk about it. All right.